80s school dance is one of my favorite things in cinema, but you give me a Halloween 80s school dance, like Once Bitten or this, and I go, yes, please.
Or like in Karate Kid and shit, where they're
Oh,
out there dancing. The
the shower
shower curtain.
costumes, so good.
It's a great costume. I could see you wearing that.
Welcome to Horror Movie Survival Guide, Disco Citizens, the podcast where gorehounds
and best friends Terry Gamble
and Julia Marchesi break down a different horror movie each week,
exploring a multitude of genres, subgenres,
and sub-subgenres,
classic and cult,
international
and underground flicks alike, determining which films are the goriest,
and offering up Horror Movie Survival Guide tips to
help you stay alive.
Happy Halloween. Oh my God, Julia.
Happy Halloween, Disco Citizens.
I wasn't ready for Julia's creepy clown face today. Happy Halloween.
Thank you. It's kind of even worse when I just push it up like that. And it's just, and if you're listening to this, you have no idea, but let us tell you, it is creepy.
Julia's got a really creepy clown mask that she had on for the top of the show. So cute. If you're watching us on YouTube, you know already. So that's where I recommend checking out if you want to see cute videos of our face. But pushing it up on the top just reminds me of Breakfast at Tiffany's, and that's also very cute.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
you know, when they get their little mask, when they're getting in the little 5 and 10, stealing at the 5 and 10.
Stealing.
Oh,
all right, let's talk about once when I was 5. We are talking, it's Halloween, it's Cocktober, it's the time, it is the day, it is our favorite. Let us do it. 1986, Trick or Treat. This title of this episode is Your Cage is Starting to Shake Loose. And the tagline for this movie, I like this tagline. Sammi Curr, his fans won't let him die, he won't let them live. It's good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, great.
So this was written by Joel Sossin, Michael S. Murphy, and Rhett Topham. And he also wrote 976 Evil 1 and 2, which we have not done 976 Evil. And we should, because it's Stephen Jeffries' Evil Ed from Fright Night, who's delightful.
Oh, we love him. Adorable.
And then this was directed by Charles Merton Smith, who also directed Air Bud.
Okay, that's a random ass trajectory. But also, yeah, kind of checks out. Like, it's weirdly... I could see him doing something family friendly. Do you know what I mean, though? Like, I know this movie is not necessarily family friendly, but it does have a lot of family friendly characters that pop up in this movie. Like, you know, the Billy Bob from ShowBiz Pizza, one of my favorite, like, animatronic characters.
Taken out on a stretcher.
Taken out on a stretcher at the end of this movie. I was like, wait, what? And then, of course, I had to go down the rabbit hole about ShowBiz Pizza. For kids who don't know, it was bigger than Chuck E. Cheese. They merged with them at one point, actually helping them get out of bankruptcy. But for whatever reason, the Chuck E. Cheese franchise was the name that ended up going forth, even though the ShowBiz Pizza, I think, had better animatronics and better pizza. Anywho.
Well, I mean, look at me compared to VHS, you know? It's like, sometimes it's what's better for you, sometimes doesn't go the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah, it doesn't go to the masses. Devastating.
Who knows?
Anywho.
So, and all songs are written by Fastway, which is the band in this song. And so, I mean, I do have alternate universe director for you. Okay. And apparently this was like, they were on, and then they, after a while, was just, no. The director was Penelope Spheris. And I was like, this movie would be 1,000 times better if Penelope Spheris directed this movie. I can't even imagine how hard, because she doesn't fuck around when it comes to going hard. And she also was doing the, like, you know, Decline of the Western Civilization, like, punk and metal stuff too. So
that stuff is so world. Good. Yeah.
And like, this movie, it is so much about the music, but I feel like she could make it more about the music, if that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. When you have an actual tie and you are in that world, it's different. You're going to have a different frame of reference. You're going to have a different way you want things depicted. I could see that. This is really, I was wondering about kind of the genesis of this, because it's like, it's very kind of anti rock and roll as much as it is about rock and roll at the same time. And it's like a little satanic panicky, but it's also like in celebration of, because you get Ozzy Osbourne playing a priest in this, which I just, rest in peace, Ozzy Osbourne. What a fucking great role in this movie. He's so good in it. And I love him playing a normie. It's really, really funny.
Yeah, because he does have the accent, right? Like if you strip away the like metal from him, you're like, you do sound like you're pretty in a posh area of London, like sounded pretty good. But we will get to him. First, let us meet our Eddie. This is played by Marc Price, our rag man, he also calls himself. They never really say why.
I was wondering, I was like, why is he called the rag man? I was like, is he got his red wings? Like, what is going on with that?
We
name?
will never know. We'll never know.
Okay,
So this is Marc Price,
okay.
who you might know as Skippy from Family Ties, if you were
That's
in the
how I know him. I was like, "What
generation.
is Skippy doing as the rocker guy?" I'm sorry. Very strange to me because Skippy was such, like, quintessentially, you guys, if you don't know who this is a kid who was on a sitcom back in the '80s called Family Ties. It was Michael J. Fox was the star and, like, such a babe, as you know from also Back to the Future. But Skippy was like a nerd. He was like a dorky
But
dork,
this
but he was like
tracks though, right?
Urkelly.
Like
Yeah.
this person in this town is still he's just a different kind of nerd, right? Because
He's the rocker
you
nerd.
had your
Mhm.
academic nerds, but you also had your rocker D&D nerds, and they're like different kinds, but they're still super nerds. So
Yeah.
I do love his friend Roger in this, who is like the normie nerd,
The
who I
regular nerd.
wish
Yeah.
we got more of their friendship and more of his backstory, because I feel like he's in it
He also
enough
has
for
all the
me.
best lines
He
too. Roger
does.
comes in with, like, the heat constantly too. Yeah.
That is Glenn Morgan, playing Roger. Marcus is his last name. So we meet Eddie, who is unfortunately, of course, a nerd who is going to be bullied very hard in this town, including locking him into the gym with all the girls while he is naked, which I can't even imagine the pain, the pain.
He gets bullied really bad, and then the girls grab a Polaroid and take a picture of it. Like, it's like the layers of, like, how bad it is for this kid. It's pretty bad.
Mhm.
And you get why he goes home and wants to listen to, like, loud rocky music and just to, like, block it all out and, like, not feel that kind of bad. He wants to feel something else in his life. So you get that. That's probably why, like, music has been his refuge. And he goes home after, like, being horribly bullied, and he writes a letter to Sammi Curr, his hero, who's the lead singer of his favorite, he's a singer, is a singer, rock singer that he's obsessed with. And so Sammi Curr, he as he's writing, he doesn't realize that Sammy is actually going through a really horrible accident, and he's gonna come and check the news later as he gets down. We get the news in this movie a lot, radio news, all that kind of stuff playing big roles in this movie. And we see the PTA president talking about rock and roll being terrible, and we find out that Sammy has died in a horrible fire in his hotel room.
So now Eddie is completely crushed because there was a big controversy going around, and he was in the news a lot recently because he's from the same high school that he goes to. So that's why he feels so connected to him. He was like, "You were an outcast in high school, just like I'm an outcast in high school.
And
Like
he
we
made
are
it
connected.
out.
Yeah, like you made it out, and
Yeah.
you're famous. You have everything." And so there was a big to do because he was going to play the Halloween dance at his high school, and the town council denied permission, not allowed, to raucous. And
Lakewood
so,
said no to Sammi
yeah,
Kerr. They
Lake
said, "No,
Ridge,
no,
but
no."
same difference. And so he is dead at 38, victim of a hotel fire. And so now he's so devastated that he destroys all of his posters. And I was like, no, don't rip the posters. The 80s kid bedroom. I had so many posters on my wall. If
I did
and if
too, till my
somebody
dad made me take them all down. It was devastating. Ugh,
ah ah
it's a sad, sad
dad.
day.
Girls
I
gotta have
know.
her eye candy to look at when they're going to
I
bed at
needed
night.
everything. I know, and I was pretty devastated, but, whatever. Um, but, he leaves the one poster up of that he has up there of his boy, Sammi Kerr, and he leaves that there kind of like a little, memorial, right? Like
Mhm.
a little shrine for him. And he's gonna light some candles there eventually, and that's his little spot where he's gonna go, to commune with him, if you will, and maybe
Yeah.
commune with him more than he thought he was going to commune.
Yeah, and we're gonna meet our cool DJ Nuke, played by Gene Simmons, who's gonna have a pretty norm role in this. And I feel like I feel he was quite believable in his scene, and I was like, all right, he can do that. He can do that acting thing, because I have seen Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, and it was not, he's gotten better in the few years between these things, and I feel like he's pretty good at this. And so he says he knows how much he has, like, the weird friendship with the DJ, and he knows how much Sammy meant to him. So he says he has this
Because
acetate
he's clearly
record.
been writing Sammy, like, letters and
Yeah,
stuff like that. Like, he actually does, like, he is, like, a super fan that, like, some people, the super fans get known by that person because if you're connecting with them and, like, he
yeah.
does write him a lot. So, yeah.
So he says he has the last song that Sammy ever recorded on this record. There's one copy. Here it is. I'm giving it to you. I'm
It's the
supposed to play it.
master.
The master. I'm
Mhm.
supposed to play it at midnight on Halloween, but I have made one copy for myself, and then everything else is yours. So he is so touched that he gives him this record, which is so amazing. And I like this movie a lot because, and this is actually one of the ones that Marion and I watched back in college and like have it in the
Oh.
OG notebook. Like that's the last time
Oh,
I'd
it
seen
is
this
from the
movie.
survival guide. Oh,
Hmm.
amazing.
It is from there. So but I really like that this movie is like a lot about physical media, right? Like it's a lot about like he has to physically put the record backwards with his hand and able to hear this message. So
Well,
in a
also the
digital,
DJ. Yeah, yeah, sorry, go on. In a
just in a
digital.
digital world, like you don't get to do that, right? This is a whole, you just, oh, play backwards and it does it. Like this isn't the same thing.
You don't get to touch it that way, but that's why I think there's also been a resurgence of physical media. Like
Sure.
records were up 400% during COVID, like as far as like people actually wanting to like listen to analog and collect and all that kind of stuff too, realizing that maybe I want to listen to that whole album because like you should listen to Pink Floyd's the freaking, the Wall, like the whole way through because that's how it's meant to be done.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's me plugging physical media as well. But also I love that he says he's in here, like he's in the actual vinyl, like he's in the acetate of this record. Like he's like, if you want his legacy, he poured himself in here is what he tells him. And I was like, oh shit, he is in there. Like
I would like
that's
to point
insane.
out that there is a company, and I find this delightful, that will
Hmm.
put your ashes into a record. So you
Hmm.
can actually do this. So like you
Hmm.
can make me into a record and then you can play me.
It's like how you
And
can put yourself into a tattoo, or there's a lot of things people will make
ring.
out of your ashes. Yeah. I'm not going to do that for you, but I do love you so much. And I
Okay.
don't know if I want to put you in the record unless that's what you want.
I think about it.
You
I
put
think
your
about it.
wishes in the will and you let me know.
I
I will
got the
consult the
you're in. I
oracle.
mean, I got the will. We're in the will.
Yeah.
I will die someday. Sorry, guys. So let's get back on track.
Not on Halloween, Julia. Okay. So
So let's
hopefully
talk
not
about
on Halloween,
the super
unless that's
cute
what you want.
girl. Well, it'd be pretty cool to die on Halloween, and then you could
Yeah.
try to have a seance and stuff. So
Oh my
let's
God.
meet our cute girl Leslie, who is played by Lisa Orgolini, who sees how Eddie is getting bullied by her boyfriend, and so is
Yeah.
like, "Hey, we're having a pool party tonight. Please come. It would be really cool to have you there." And of course, he thinks she's fucking with him, and she's like, "No, I'm not. Like, just come hang out." And
And
it's like
also
the
I was
first
like, he's
time.
fucking with her because it's a pool party and like it's October, but I was like, oh no, it's like a cute indoor pool party at their like whatever high school. And so they're like sneaking in the high school gym and having this party. Yeah.
But he when he does go, it all backfires because she's not there and she must be in the locker room or whatever she's doing. And so
She's
his
probably changing
bully,
into her suit, right? Or
yeah.
something, right?
So
And
the evil
mhm.
Tim, Doug Savant, puts a weight in his backpack and pushes him in the pool.
Can we sidebar about Doug Savant though? Because I
Yeah.
watched Melrose Place like nobody's business back in the day. He was the gay guy on Melrose Place. So watching him play like I know Julia's got nothing. That was not her
No.
genre. Me and my brother we used to watch Beverly Hills 90210 and Melrose Place because my
Oh,
brother's
that's
like,
cute.
he's a bunch ahead of me. He was on the East Coast like time at the time because he was in college. And so we would call each other or he would call me after and be like, I already know what's happening. And I was like, oh, because he would already see it before me. So anyway, very seminal to my upbringing and like connecting with my brother to watch these shows together, these soapy soaps.
Aw, that's
But
cute.
Doug Savant was like famously like the gay character on the show was like
Okay.
much maligned and like actually so watching him play like a hetero like jockey guy kind of made me giggle because he's literally the opposite. He's like the sensitive gay man on the show. He's made a
Look at
career
that
since then
range.
though, playing cops mostly, I guess, like for
Okay.
the rest of his career because he kind of has that vibe, I think, in this movie. But it's really funny. I was like, Doug Savant. And I was like, wait, what? You're the mean guy? No. You get
I
bullied
just
the
thought
whole
it
rest of your career. That's so crazy.
uh we did a Night of the Demons a few weeks ago, and this guy and the douchey like Blaine guy in that, I'm like they're
Mhm.
interchangeable. These two are the exact same character.
Well, yeah,
And
I mean, that's the '80s. That's you always
yeah.
have to have this guy, right? And so he's,
Hmm.
he's the hot jock bully guy, versus, our kind of nerdy, niche guy. And so he is pretty brutal to him. And so he throws him in the pool. Eddie almost drowns. And so he does get saved by Leslie, though she comes in and pulls him out of there, but it does not go well for him. And he runs out of that party vowing revenge
Yes, he's going to
on these kids.
nail all of them.
Hmm.
So he's going to go home. He's going to put on the thing that makes him feel better, which is the sacred record. And he goes into a bit of a
Lights the candles,
trance. Yeah.
full
He's going to
ritual
do the
here.
experience. And he's going to see Sammy in the middle of a room on fire. So this is what, assumedly the fire that started in his hotel that killed him, was this ritual that he was in the middle of. So, but then when it falls out of the trance, it's stuck at the end of the record and is repeating a phrase that is backwards. So he goes to play that record backwards, which I've never done in my life because I'm just afraid of ruining records and the needle, and I don't know how bad it is for those things. And I've never tried to like scratch a record or played one
I've
backwards.
absolutely done it. It's fine. I mean, yes, it'll fuck up the record probably, but whatever. Like if you do it on a record you don't care about.
Okay.
But I do love that his bestie is like, hey, they just tell you to do that so that you can buy more of the records. That's why they have it as a gimmick for sales. Like I love Roger's so pragmatic. Like he's just like, buddy, like this is why they have you do that. Don't buy into it, as he tries to tell him about it. And he's like, no, man.
I love it.
They do that to get you to buy more records.
Roger's like above everything. He can see the like trees, like the forest. He can see it. So
he's an old man in a young kid's body. Like he's like that kind of guy. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the record backwards says, "Let the big fish hook themselves. You're the bait. The bait is you." So he's like, "All right." That clicks a plan into place where he is able to bait all of his bullies and get them in a run through the school that is going to cost them a lot of pain and not good things.
But also his buddy Roger, also this is a time too where he's like, your cage is starting to shake loose a little bit. Call me if you need to, get set back on track.
I've never heard that phrase, but I really like it. And it's very apt. I'm like, oh yeah, I can see that phrase working for someone like this character where you're like, hey man. And especially because he does have a little hamster that he sees in the cage a lot. So it's also that kind of thing.
But it's like, I think that's also like a mirror. Like, is he the hamster in the cage, like being run around in this loop that he isn't aware that he's actually part of, which I think is kind of the bigger story, right?
Yeah. And he's controlling the hamster, but who is controlling him?
There you have it. And so, yeah, this chase through the school is incredible, through the lunchroom, through the library, through the music room, just wreaking havoc along the way. I love them running through the library, trying to be cool and doing like that weird
quiet,
quiet shimmy that they do. Oh my God. It's so silly. It's like a very cartoon, like kind of moment. It's very cute. So like they still got to be good in the library, but they're still on a chase.
But he's going to do a little tricky trick, and they're going to think that he's in one room and pull a fire extinguisher. And when they actually open the door, they fire extinguisher all of the teachers in the teachers' lounge. And so now they're really in for it.
Yeah, because those guys get in trouble, and so they get sent to like detention basically, and they are freaking pissed. So they are going to try to get retribution on our dear Eddie, and so they chase him to this like shop and like have all these. Yeah, it does not go well. Yeah.
There's so many Twinkies that he eats in this movie. I like that this character is Twinkie obsessed. Like every time we see him at lunch, like that's all he's got. It's just like multiple Twinkies and chocolate milk.
Twinkie to start and a little chocolate milk. I was like, that does sound delicious. And that's also so 80s.
And Halloween. And now we get Halloween Twinkies where they put like green stuff in the middle and
oh yeah, a little witches style. It's very cute.
I guess it'd be okay to put in somebody's bag, but it would just get squished is the problem.
Right.
Snack cake issues,
Well, yeah, but you put it in a little like you put it not in a squishy bag, you put it in your little like bento box kind of thing. Anyway, planning for your Twinkies. They shall live forever. So yeah,
I would like to say I really like this scene of Eddie talking to Sammi through his record.
Yeah,
that he's able to like have responses back and forth, and they have this conversation. Because I think it's interesting because you have this, this kid who's being bullied, and normally in like a Carrie kind of way, like he would be getting vengeance, but actually he's kind of out of it, and Sammi is doing this stuff for him. So I think it's an interesting movie because it like at first it seems like a great thing, like oh wow, Sammy's on my side, he's got my back, he's going to do this stuff for me. But then when it spirals out of control, and you're like, oh, you're not really here to help me at all. Like this isn't really
this is
what
for
this
you.
is.
It's selfish. It's a selfish mission on
because
Sammy's
it starts
right?
out because I think when it starts out he thinks like, oh, he's rewarding me for my years of worship, right? This is my wonderful reward, as we say here on the show. But you know what? They never come.
No. And so he's back home, as he's, putting this on, and his mom is wondering what the heck is going on in his room too. She's like, and she looks through his room and she's starting to get concerned, but she puts his laundry away. Oh, I'm just putting your laundry away. But she's like looking through his stuff, and he's kind of pissed about it too. And it's so she's wondering what's going on as well as these things are happening. And so he decides to leave a tape for Tim in his locker and puts a little note, says to Tim, a peace offering from Eddie. And is it a peace offering? It's a freaking cursed ass tape, little cassette tape. And so he misses his midterm as well. And so Roger's like admonishing him about that as well. Like, hey, dude, like, you gotta like get it together. Like it's like, survival of the fittest, like just suck it up, like handle it. And Eddie's like, I'm not gonna be that person. Like, I'm not gonna be weak anymore. And you get that he's already kind of, again, the cage is still loosening. So Tim decides, he's going out and he's making out with this girl, and he has to go to the restroom while they're out at makeout point, which I think is hilarious. I was like, is this how they're gonna get him out of the car? Okay, great. Um,
I thought he was just leaving her. I
I
thought
thought
like
that
he
was
was just
birth, and I was like, oh, he's going pee. Okay, fine.
okay.
And then he like,
So,
yeah,
so the tape that was meant for Tim is now going to be listened to by his girlfriend, or moment of girl in the
girl
car,
at the moment. Yeah.
girl of the moment who's in the car with him, and it gets sexy, taken off, the music's taken off her
This sequence is actually very
clothes.
cool.
It is.
'Cause it's like the, like, mystery ghost demon is, like, taking, like, unrobing her, but, like, you don't see anything, but you just see the clothes kinda magically come off like you're watching French porn on Sunday night. That's how I feel,
Mm-hmm.
'cause I feel like all their clothes just magically fall off when you're
Mm-hmm.
watching French TV on a Sunday night. I miss France. Anyway, delightful, delightful, soft porn on their regular TV. And so, this is great though too. The Walkman, like, sends, like, a weird, like, that green neon green of the 80s, like pulsing past her body, like goes through, and you get like these really cool little, like it's heating up. The Nova 45 headphones light
Mm-hmm.
up, and then it goes bad because her ears start to melt off, and it gets kind of bad, where she almost dies from a demon monster coming to take her away.
Yeah, because she's had her eyes closed the whole time when she's being seduced, and when she does open her eyes, it's a giant demon. So when her boyfriend is going to take her to the hospital, and now this is when Eddie's like, "You got to stop, man! Like this is too far. I didn't mean to hurt anybody. Didn't mean to hurt her. I didn't, like."
Yeah.
So he feels really bad, and so now Sammy's just going to come out. He's going to come out through the stereo. He's going to birth himself right out into the room.
Pumping through your stereo, Sammy coming through your stereo. So Sammy comes out through the freaking stereo, and I was like, "Oh, this is a great effect too," where you see the little pushing gushy gushy of like
Uh huh.
the mesh of the outer part of the speakers, and he pops on out. So he can't be stopped now. Now he's taken physical form. He's not just in your ear and on the tape. Now he's physically manifesting. We also get more TV preacher Ozzy, which I love in this moment too, like talking about the kids and what's happening with the rock and roll, and it's delightful.
A mockery of everybody who's ever said anything about him, and it's just
Oh
great to
yeah.
get back at them.
Oh yeah.
So okay, so now here's the thing. So Roger, as far as we know, the smartest character in this movie, sees what's going on, no problems. Then Eddie's like, "Hey, you have to get that tape and destroy this in the Walkman, because if anybody listens to it, it's going to kill them." So Roger's
Yeah.
like, "Yeah, okay," and he's like, "Don't listen to it, man." And what does Roger do? He fucking listens to it. I was like, "Roger, you are too smart for this behavior, sir. What is this? You should be
He's
able to
not immune
see."
either, because you got to understand that the spirit is out there and it's enticing you. It's like, don't
Yeah,
push the button. Don't push the button. You're going to push the fucking button, right?
yeah.
Like it's got to be done. And
Demonic
so,
seduction.
yeah, it's happening to him too. So Demon Sammy tries to come out through there as well too. And he merges through the electricity and everything, and it doesn't go well. And he now all of a sudden Roger's like, "Oh shit. Oops.
Yep.
Okay, I
No.
believe you, and now I'm on your side, and now I'm gonna here to help fight." Mhm.
Yeah, but first Sammy is going to kind of take control of him and make him his little Renfield and make him go to the dance, and he wants him to play the tape in front of the entire high school and turn everybody into what? I don't know what the master plan is.
I don't know what the end game is either, unclear, but, you get that there's a whole stack of tapes that the kids are playing, at the dance, stuff like that. I kinda love that, though. I was like, "Oh, that's kinda cute," like, to have all their little, like that's how you put in your song request, essentially, right? You have your tape
Mhm.
queued up and ready to go, and so he drops his tape off in, like, the stack of tapes, but he gets out of there. But I do love all the costumes at the dance. Can we give a shout out to Humpty
Mhm.
Dumpty sitting on a wall?
Yeah.
Um,
Looks like he's
Adorable
about to fall
costume.
too.
Uh-huh, he really does.
Yes.
So delightful, and all the, like, all the kids out there. And so, um, the band gets
80s
out there,
80s school dance is one of my favorite things in cinema, but you give me a Halloween 80s school dance like Once Bitten or this, and I go, "Yes, please."
or like in Karate Kid and shit, where they're
Oh,
out there dancing, the
the shower
shower curtain.
costumes, so good.
It's a great costume. I could see you wearing that, like, delightfully. Julia
It's
loves,
one
like,
that
a cape or, like,
no, I
a
do, but
ghost
then
or,
it's
like, a
also
thing.
I'm thinking, like, it's very impractical, right? Like, for him, it's practical because he wants to put her Elizabeth Shue, like, in the shower with him, which is really cute, but also, like, if I'm at a party, I can't talk to I like, anytime I turn or
I feel
move,
like
it's
you
gonna
love that, though. I feel like you love an impractical but cute costume. I feel like that's your
you
brand.
gotta tell me what I should be this year because I have no clue, and we could talk more about this on a Patreon episode about what we should be for
Oh,
Halloween, but,
yeah, we'll absolutely do that. That'll be great.
okay.
We'll absolutely do that. Patreon, we're costume content coming your way, post haste. So
So
yeah,
Sammy
so
Curr cannot be stopped. He's gonna
uh-uh,
play that fucking Halloween dance, whether you want him to or not. He is
right? And
going
he
to
comes out through those
zapping.
speakers, zaps through, and, like, takes out the lead singer and the guitarist basically and swaps himself in there, and the band seems freaked out for a second, but then they're like he starts his cadence like you're in an 80s movie, slow clap, and the
Yep.
kids get in the cadence with him, like, we will," like, rock you kinda moment, and the drummer takes the cue, and they start to rock. Rock.
Yeah. It's zapping kids, making people explode. It's gonna be great. So the bully, goodbye, sir. You we will not miss you.
No,
Adios.
he's gonna get rocked by Sammy, he's gonna get punch in the face, but it's after they go through, like, a chase through the school because Leslie goes to leave, as Tim, had tried to follow her, and that's when he's gonna get attacked. Um, and trigger warning, we do have Tim does try to, like, assault her, like, in the midst of this event, and it's not great, but I'm glad that he gets his comeuppance real fast after
Yeah.
trying to, force her, to do what he wants. But Eddie, finds the tape and rips it up, but it's gone too far now. It's out of the tape now. It's not even about that little tape anymore because now it's in the electricity, so they gotta stop the electricity in the building. But this is as the cops show up to the school, the
Hmm.
ambulance shows up. This is where we see our ShowBiz Pizza guy getting carried out on a gurney, which I think was hilarious. Um, and so they're trying to figure out how to kill the power, but it's almost to no avail. Roger comes to help, and he ends up getting electrocuted as he tries to stop it as well.
And they're able to flush Sammy down the toilet a bit.
But it's
But
not enough.
not enough. So Roger is okay. They end up stealing a cop car and heading to the radio station because then they remembered that he is going to play it at midnight, and then everybody's going to hear it, and it's going to be a
The
whole
last
big mess.
copy, the real
So
physical copy.
so when they get there, it is too late. The DJ has turned to dust, and the machinery is in
Well,
like
the
a
security
tornado.
guy too
Yeah,
is the one
dust.
who's like dust. And yeah, it looks like Bedknobs and Broomsticksy, like how everything's kind of running around like in a weird like cadence and circle, like all the
I
objects are huh?
haven't seen that movie. It's true.
Angela Lansbury killing Nazis with magic, but also like, oh my
I
God, are you
I
kidding
didn't know
me?
that was what that movie was about.
Yes. It's one of those Disney ones you're like, "This went very hard." There's that weird dark turn. It's one of
Yeah.
those. It's
Okay.
incredible. But all the little objects, like, in the room are animated and stuff like that, and, like, because she, like, does magic spells, so it looks like that. And so, they're getting ready for that midnight tribute, but, they might be too late. So they're gonna figure it out. They got a countdown. So Eddie says, "Okay, countdown. I'm gonna steal this cop car. I'm gonna take this little radio and try to communicate with Sammy through the radio because Sammy does talk to him. So he tries to lure him out of the radio station into the cop car so he can talk to Sammy, while Leslie goes into the radio station to destroy the tape that's about to play because it's the last physical copy of the tape, or the record that had been made.
And
Oof.
the plan works. Everything goes off. He lures Sammy out of the radio, who goes in the back of the cop car, which he drives off of a bridge into some water, but he's okay. He gets Leslie's able to destroy the tape in time before it airs, and he wins and gets the girl. So, huzzah for him!
Yeah, good on him, and they have a cute little kissy kiss kiss at the end, and, after Leslie had destroyed the tape and they make out, and then, he takes over the station and he puts on some different rock music, and he's like and he does the same thing that they said at the beginning, like, or what I forget what the DJ's sign on is, but he says it in the same way and, like, kinda takes over the spot. I was like, "Oh, that would be a good after school job for him, like, he should be the radio
Yeah,
DJ, he would be great."
yeah. So a happy ending in this one for all around, except for some people who got zapped. and exploded.
Who probably deserved it. They probably
Deserved
deserved it. They were bullies. Whatever.
So how do you
Yeah.
survive trick or treat?
Not be a bully. And
Yeah,
maybe don't listen to the tape when someone says don't listen to the tape.
don't listen to it. But I mean, it's Gene Simmons' fault, really. Like, he knows what's in there. He's doing it on purpose. So what's his
But
deal?
he was probably also like summoned. Do you know what I mean though? Like as part of the ritual,
Yeah.
right? If he's like the radio DJ that's like giving him the information.
Okay. Gore Factor for me, please.
Oh my God, I would love to. 1, not enough blood to fill a Dixie cup. 2, a puddle of blood. 3, enough blood to gross out the average viewer. 4, a bathtub of blood. 5, run for the barf bag. You guys, there's a lot of gore in this movie, so it's a 5. There's a lot of people getting nuked and schmooked and smushed and
Smooked.
obliterated.
Chainsaws. 1, if you're desperate. 2, barely qualifies as a horror film. 3, seen worse, seen better. 4, not too shabby. And 5, fantastic oracle. This is a 3.5 for me. I think it's a fun 80s romp. You get cool metal. I just mourn for the Penelope Spheris version that would go that hard. Like, that's the version I want.
Absolutely. This is a 3 for me. Absolutely delightful though. I love seeing Skippy as a rocker guy, but mostly I want to watch this movie again for Ozzy Osbourne, and maybe I just want this super clip of Ozzy being the preacher because honestly, that like made my heart like hand to heart. I got really nostalgic and like sad and happy all at the same time. Like glad that he got to do this role because it's so freaking funny and such a send up of people who like said anything bad about like Satanic Panicky about Black Sabbath. Like, just a delightful moment. And yeah, made me want to listen to more rock and roll. So I guess it did its job, right?
Yeah, definitely. I feel like rock and roll and metal and Halloween kind of go hand in hand. So it's always good. So we hope that your Halloween is delightful. And are there any other movies that you would like to hear us talk about? Please let us know.
Oh
We are
yeah.
on TikTok, we are on Blue Sky, we are on X, we are on Facebook, we are on Instagram, we are on all
She
of the
called it
things.
X. Sorry.
I know, I never do.
That was
But
so weird.
today,
Just coming out of your mouth. I was like, "Ugh, the name we shall not name it."
Twitter. All right,
It's all
Twitter.
right. We do a show called Horror X, which we had named before that freaking platform changed its name, and now we're stuck with it too. So that makes me upset, I think, maybe too. But I do love doing our show with the George A. Romero Foundation the last Thursday of the month. And ours is about a reason that, I mean, it makes sense why we called it Horror X. But anyway,
a
I digress.
chromosome.
Yes.
You can also listen to me talk about some other things on my other podcast, Jodorowsky, all about Alejandro Jodorowsky, and Losers Club, all about Stephen King, my love, my darling, my angel.
Oh, the light of your life, the light of your life.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, yes, cause a wheel. I see it on your neck. Yeah, check us out. Like, follow, subscribe, all those kind of good stuff. Patreon, Teespring, buy some merch, tell a friend. We're going to be doing some fun bonus content about Halloween costumes apparently today. So let's do that, Julia, and then we'll get that out for our Patreon. Anything else? Long days, pleasant nights, and happy Halloweeny.
Yeah. Check your candy.
Check your candy and trick or treat, and make sure you have enough for all the kids.
Sure.
And decorate, or else you probably will get killed too, because that's one of the things we learned this month as well. That's it. That's it. Bye.
Thank you for listening. Horror Movie Survival Guide is independently produced by Terry Gamble, Julia Marchesi, and Sierra Ryan. Hey, that's me. If you would like to support the show, find us on patreon.com/horror movie survival guide.